I just quit my job within a month of starting. Like, my start date was October 20th, and by yesterday, I know called no-showed, and yesterday was November 20th.
People are quitting their jobs without a backup plan. It sounds crazy, because it is.
So now I'm unemployed, and I feel sick, because I don't know, because I still have bills to pay. I have a car lease, and my car insurance, and my dog, and my apartment.
So if you've been following along with my videos, I've been dealing with a severe mid-career crisis. So I just started my career in sales and decided that I can't hack it in sales.
So I've been doing sales for one of the top broadcast companies, and my problem has just been that I cannot create enough work-life separation. So the way that people were speaking to me and when I was having to call people, the way that they were treating me was just bleeding so much into my personal life. There were about 100 other reasons, but that was probably the biggest one. Is it was devastating to my mental health at home. So I just quit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't really have a savings. It was probably super irresponsible of me to just quit my job without a plan. But the problem was I've had this decision made up for a few weeks where I knew I needed to leave. My only job was cold call outreach, and building up that mental stamina when I was already feeling really beaten down was not working. And if I couldn't do that, then they were just gonna be upset and frustrated with me. And I knew when it was time for me to gracefully bow out. But it'll be fine. And I have to believe that it's going to work out.
I totally understand how she feels, as some jobs you just have to quit. But at the same time, the job market is trash right now.
So I'm about to put in my 2 weeks at my corporate job in like probably an hour. I'm on lunch right now. I am so scared. I'm either gonna throw up or cry. Maybe a mix of both. We're not really sure. But this has been something I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I've just committed to the fact that nothing changes if nothing changes, and here we are going out on a limb, taking the leap, and trusting that the net will appear. So, wish me luck. I will report back later.
Everybody want to talk about, oh, I quit my job, I feel so free, and that's true, but like nobody wants to talk about like the guilt and the pressure of like, now I have all this free time, I need to be doing something. No, get your rest. You don't always have to be productive all the time, and when you quit your job, you quit it for a reason, right? And it may not have been to increase your rest, but you might as well like let go of the guilt of feeling like you always got to be productive, because that's not realistic.
Yes, but the bills don't stop coming. But I understand what she means. Like, you do need to take a break from time to time.
I have wanted to talk about this for the longest time. I truly believe that I left my corporate career way too prematurely in my business journey. I'm saying this as someone who 5 years after leaving her corporate career has now began a new one at 28 years old. And also someone who is loving it and seeing herself thriving in a career again. So I want to preface with that. I really do love the career that I've started and the opportunities. I've loved getting stuck into something again. I'm just going to dive in why I believe I left my career way too young, as somebody who had been building that career for 6 years at a company who paid for her degree and also actually was enjoying it. But I want to throw us back to when I actually quit my corporate career, because I didn't have any of the businesses that I have now. I was actually part of a network marketing company, and if you've ever been a part of network marketing, you will know that the biggest pillar of success that is waived is leaving your 9 to 5 and having a business full time. I think at 24 years old, I definitely fell into that mindset of, wow, like I can travel more, I can earn all this money. And I was very fortunate that in the first year of being part of a business, I actually did build my income to a very healthy level, and it did match my corporate salary. Realistically, I probably could have done both and kept my corporate income to cover things like my mortgage, my bills, and then use my additional income for savings, investments, or just putting it to better use. What leaving my corporate career at 24 did to me was put a massive amount of pressure on me as a 24-year-old that had quit her job, that was doing this business, which months after leaving my corporate career, I realized I just was not aligned to it at all. And I was then in a place where I already knew of new businesses that I wanted to create and businesses that were just mine, but it was that really tough decision of realizing that I had kind of left my corporate career for something that wasn't aligned to me, and whilst it gave me incredible opportunities, just not where I see my income coming from. And especially now as a 28-year-old, I don't regret it, but it's definitely not something that I would see myself doing again. I guess looking back, I just wish there were a few more voices that championed the idea of having a stable career as well as a supplemented income, and not that one needed to be replaced for the other. And this is not against anybody or the company. I was 24 years old. I was able to make my own decision. But now I'm back in a career that I love. I almost think what could have happened if I just kept them on the side, because I am successfully managing 3 businesses alongside as well. And I think we villainize careers very fast. And I have definitely played a role in that as well. When I quit my corporate career, I was like, I've set my boss, I've done all this incredible stuff. I've definitely waved that flag at some point of being your own boss, having the freedom, etc. And it is so incredible. But I think it doesn't need to be one or the other. And especially now I feel like I'm maturing and I'm having a lot more realizations now I've gone back into the corporate world. I really don't think we should pit them against each other, because there is so much value in both. And for me, I still absolutely love my businesses. I still absolutely want them to thrive. But I also do love the peace of mind of having a corporate career. I love being able to see people every single day. I love the opportunities that I get with having a career again. And I think I definitely lost that in the process of pursuing this freedom that really, when I look at it, I had 5 years of incredible freedom. Just don't need that level of freedom. I would rather build my wealth and do all the other things that for me are a priority. I just want to shine light on that, because I feel like, especially not just in network marketing, you know, I've not been part of network marketing for a long time now, but even any business, I feel like it's really important not to just glamorize the freedom side of it and make corporate careers feel a little bit villainized, because I forgot how much satisfaction I got out of a career, and I am happily gonna eat my words that I have probably said over the past 5 years as someone that has championed freedom. So yeah, long story short, I do believe that I left my corporate career way too early. I feel like I could have been so much further ahead in my career, but I don't regret it. Just want to shine light on the fact that you don't need to pit them up against each other all the time. And yeah, I've had a big realization myself as somebody that used to do that a lot.
And if you need that push to leave your job because it's hurting you and you're just scared because of the economy, I don't want to tell you to do it in case it goes bad, but know that you're not the only person that's doing it, and that it will be okay if it's meant to be that way. I quit my job this morning with absolutely nothing else lined up, no plan for the future, just playing it by ear. And I've had a lot of people asking me, how can you do this in this job market? How can you do it in this economy? I just thought I would say something on here about all of that. I appreciate all of the support that I've been getting. I also appreciate all the concern. I am just as scared as you people who are worried about how I could do this in this job market, how I can do it in this economy. Basically, my big thing was, in the position I was in, I was having to meet certain KPIs, key performance indicators, where I had to do certain tasks, and the managers were watching it because they wanted to make sure we were being successful, and they needed to track it and report it up to say, hey, they're doing the things that they're supposed to do. The market just sucks right now, because it does. And as I was finding it was harder and harder for me to do this, I wasn't performing how I should be. My performance was going down. I wasn't meeting those KPIs. They knew that. I still don't think they would have fired me if I wasn't meeting those KPIs. They probably would have sat down and had a hard conversation with me, but it would have taken a lot for them to actually let me go and fire me. And I could not continue on making 100 cold calls a day to people who hated me, right? Couldn't do it. So how I saw it, I had 2 options. One, I can walk out of that job with my head held high, good connections, a good letter of reference, and know that I did everything I could. Had it continued on, I know that I would have been asked to resign anyways, or terminated for not meeting my minimum qualifications of what I'm supposed to be doing during work. And I would have probably burnt some bridges. I would have rather leave on good terms, knowing that I did the things that I needed to do. I knew when I couldn't take it anymore, and I can move on to other ventures. So I'm now using this time to pursue actual passions that I feel very strongly about, such as conservation, fashion, things like that. And I'm just kind of taking this time to rediscover myself and figure out where I actually want to be. I am terrified to not have a job in this market. Absolutely terrified. But I'm trusting. I have to believe it's all gonna work out, because I had this gut feeling for a reason. God was telling me to do this for a reason, and I know it's gonna be for the best. So I will continue to post the process of me regathering my life and figuring out what the heck I am doing. So feel free to follow, stay tuned for it if you're interested. If not, I hope this video was a little bit insightful. So that's all. I hope it was helpful. Thank you guys so much. Love you.
Moral of the story is, if you do quit, try to have a backup plan. But like and subscribe, guys, and have a good day.